I've spent over $2 million buying sports cards on eBay, and people always ask me the same thing. Where's this magical place you're finding cards for cheap and flipping them for profit? Here's the truth. It exists, and I'm about to show you exactly how to do it. Most people are losing money because they're buying on Facebook and Instagram, where you can get scammed, overpaid, and have zero protection. I buy 80% of my cards in one place, and in the next few minutes, I'm going to take you inside my computer and show you step by step how I filter through thousands of listings, spot the deals everyone else misses, and protect myself from getting ripped off. I've also got a free PDF down in the description that breaks down my system. You can have it for free, but without wasting any more time, let's get into it. Cool. Let's do it. So if I share my screen here, there are three main tabs I want you to look at: market movers, card ladder, and eBay. For the most part, this is all you need. So my first, foremost, and favorite way to look at cards on eBay is the lazy way to do it. So right now, while I'm speaking, we're getting into the football offseason. Someone who I'm high on is Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels is low right now. I think his value is going to go up. I use market movers to look at graphs and trends, and then card ladder is better for more recent comps. But if you take a look at Jaden Daniels, and let's take a look here, this is a good indicator of his market. And the reason I'm trying to buy his cards is because about 5-6 months ago, his cards were $1,200, his Prism PSA 10, and it's fallen at about half. And I believe the Commanders are going to pick up some pieces. I think his value is going to rise as we get closer to the season. And I think it's a good buy. Well, we're in the playoffs and everyone else is buying someone else. So what I'll do is I'll go on eBay. I'll type in Jaden Daniels 2024 because I only want rookie cards. For the most part, 95% of the cards you're buying are only rookie cards. Now check this out. This is my cheat code, you could call it. So what I'll do is I'll go to advanced, up there on the top right. And actually, let me go back a second. So auctions are the laziest way to find cards. All you got to do is bid, you forget about it, and you win or you lose. As opposed to or best offers, when you're offering on cards and going back and forth, it takes time. A lot of people are overpriced, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. So there's one more tab I want to pull up here, Easy Sniper, and I'm going to show you how we use this here in a second. So go to Easy Sniper. All right. So check this out. So let's go to Jaden Daniels, and there's a problem. So the problem on eBay is look at all these cards that are auctions, but there's no bids. Take this random card, for example. I'm sure this card is worth way less than $50, but this person starts the card at $50 bidding because he's scared of it underselling. He probably paid more for the card than he knows what it's going to sell for. So people will start their auctions higher than what they're actually worth. So you have to filter through all these different auctions to finally get to ones that are properly priced. So the cheat code around that is if you go to advanced, and let's do like minimum price, let's do like $75. And this is the key right here, min bid count. You want to put this to 1. What this is going to do, it's only going to show me cards with at least one bid. What that tells me is whoever is selling that card started their auction at a fair price, hence why there's only one bid, as opposed to an auction that has 0 bids because the card might only be worth $50, but they started their auction at $200, right? And this happens all the time. So if we click search here, you can see how much better this is. Boom. All these cards have bids. And let's take a look at a card. So Panini Select Premier Jaden Daniels at a 35. So the picture on this card, so this is something I would look to buy to get graded. This card actually looks pretty good, just from looking at it real quick. You can see the centering here, the top, the bottom, pretty solid. The left and right, pretty on point. The corners look pretty sharp. I'd probably need a better picture. But then what I'll do is I'll look at the description to see if there's anything that tells me anything otherwise that might be in bad condition. There's nothing there. And then lastly, what I'll do is I'll go to the seller's other items. And this guy probably doesn't grade cards, right? Sometimes you'll see seller's other items. They'll have 80 cards and 75 of them are graded and 5 of them are raw. That probably tells you that the raw cards are not in good condition. But this card doesn't look bad. Then what I'll do is I'll hop over to Card Ladder and I'll type in 2024 select Jaden at a 35. Let's see, which card was this? Orange and blue shock. Orange, blue shock. Let's see if something comes up here. So this is a jersey match. So jersey match sold for 118. These sales are weird. Let's see if this is the same exact card. You got to make sure. Sometimes the cards look similar, but they're not. The pictures are different. You can see like a card like this is actually different. You can see the picture, right? So select this specific product. There's one product and it's 3 different types of cards. And this is a different like variation. I know it's confusing. It's not something I'm going to talk about right now, but you can see. So there's one sale of this card recently. This was 5 out of 35. So when it's 5 out of 35, they do a little bit better because it's the same number as this jersey. It's called the jersey number for you guys that don't know. And let's see if there's any other sales of this same exact variation. So 425. Nope, that's a different picture. Yeah, so this is actually the only recent sale I could find. And I'll go to Market Movers too. Sometimes Market Mover, the sales are a little bit weird. I use Market Movers for easier comps to find, to look at the graphs and see if it's going up and down. Let's see if I could find this. Orange and blue. Shock. Yeah, this is the problem. Sometimes it's hard to find the specific card. Let's see. Can we find it? Can we find it? It's not looking good. Yeah, it's not on here. So yeah, Card Ladder is going to be better overall for finding cards. Market Movers is better for looking at historical data. But this card doesn't look bad to buy. The only key is you want to make sure that you could at least double your money. So, right, if I'm going to buy this card for $100, I want to make sure that I can at least double my money if I'm going to get the card graded. I've been doing cards a long time. I could tell you that this card will double my money most likely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the eBay item number down here. I'm going to go copy. I'm going to go to Easy Sniper and paste it. So the most I want to pay for this card, I'll bid up to 118. So 118, what this is going to do, if I put in the eBay item number and my max bid, this Easy Sniper software, it's about $60 to $70 per year. It's hooked up to my eBay. So when I click snipe, what's going to happen is boom, it goes in my queue and it knows in the last possible second is going to bid what I told it to bid, 118. What this lets me do, I don't have to show my hand too early, because if I bid on this card right now, the bidding is going to go up and all the people that bid on this card, well, there's only one person, is going to get a notification and they might outbid me. This lets me cover my hand. And also, the most important thing, so I don't forget about it. There's so many times, this has happened to me hundreds of times in my life, if not thousands. I'll add it to my watch list because I don't want to bid on it right now. And I just won't have my phone on me when this auction ends in 6 hours from now, because in this specific case, it's going to end in the middle of the day, which is also a good sign because people are at work, right? People usually should end auctions. You should end auctions later in the day, like 7 or 8 p.m. when people are at home, and I'll forget about it. So Easy Sniper, 1, lets me usually get better deals because it's bidding in the last second. And number 2, it lets me not forget about it, which is the actual key. So, I'm locked into this bid. I think I'll probably win it, but we'll see. And let's see what else we got over here. Mr. Jaden Daniels, someone else I'm looking to buy. So Topps Chrome, this is a very solid card. The only caveat is it's being sold from a consignment person. So consignment, what that means is it's being sold by a very, very, very big eBay store, essentially. People send cards to this eBay store to then get sold. And a lot of times people dump their cards that are not in good condition to consignment. And a lot of them just aren't in good condition, so I don't even bother with them, to be honest. Let's see this card. Prism Silver, PSA 10. This corner looks a little bit sketchy. It's not a perfect right angle, so it's probably no good. These cards are very hard to grade. The Prism Silver cards. See if there's anything else. You could also filter if you want things to go a little bit faster by not graded. So this is just showing me auctions of not graded guys. MC. So this is another consignment. You can see right there. So good card. It's just not something I want to buy right now. Topps Finest. Prodigies at a 99 auto. Topps Finest, relatively speaking, are easier cards to grade. They just always have been. This card is almost perfectly centered. Let's see if there's anything in the description. The picture returns are not accepted. Let's see if this guy grades cards. Let's look at his other items. Probably not, because he doesn't have any other cards for sale. Let's see if I can find this card. So 2024 Jaden out of 99 auto finest. So one just sold. This looks like the same card. One just sold actually for 273, 233 before that, 309 before that. A PSA 10 in December did 738. Oh, this is blue geometric, so that may not be the same card. They look the same. Is this numbered out of 99? Oh, this is numbered out of 99. Is this the same card? I mean, I'm just trying to look at the color. Yeah, it's blue inside. Okay, so this should be the same card right here. Did 738. Then what I'll do, so once again, I want to make sure I'm going to double my money. And I'm thinking of bidding about, on this specific card, maybe 250, somewhere in the middle of these sales. And this sale tells me that I should over double my money, right? If I buy it for 250, I get it graded, I'm going to over double my money. The key is this card sold in December. I want to see how much his value is up or down since then. So what I'll do is I'll look at a common card of Jaden Daniels. Prism Silver, PSA 10. I'll go back to this card because there's frequent sales of this card all the time. And I'll look. Okay, December 7th. Right around December 7th, this card, or if I look just to make it a little bit easier, let's go in the past 60 days to get a better graph. So December 7th, this card was like 690 to 700. And today, maybe it's down a little bit according to this graph. So maybe it's down a little bit, if not the same. So maybe this card today would sell for like $700. December, it sold for $738. This is definitely something I would buy. And what you could add in as well, if you want to get fancy, you can go to gemrate.com. This will tell you how easy or hard a card is to grade. So if you go to Topps Finest, Jaden Daniels at 99 auto. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find this exact card here. Blue geometric. This might be the same exact card. I'm actually not totally sure because it doesn't say autographed here. But because it's from the same product, it should give a somewhat accurate indicator of how easy or hard the card is to grade. Because even if this card I'm looking at right here is not the same one because it's not autographed, it's still made from the same material. It's the same printing press. It's the same line of card. So you can see here, this card grades a 10, 55% of the time. So that should be roughly close to what this card's going to grade. And that's a good deal, right? If I get this card for like 260, 270, and I could sell for 700 graded, it's going to grade a 10, 50% of the time. That's pretty good. So I'll do the same exact thing again, right? I'll go to eBay item number. I'll click copy. I'll go to Easy Sniper so I can get my bid in the last second. And let's just go back here and see what this card is selling for. So 273, one just did. Okay. So this is interesting. So this is why there's just so much to know about sports cards. So Topps Finest, these cards were sealed. Okay. So I just picked up on this right now. You can see this picture. There's a Topps seal right here. On mine that I'm about to bid on, there's no seal. This card was probably broken out of the seal, and either A, the person determined it wasn't in good condition, or B, the guy sent it in for grading, it got an 8, and they cracked it out. So because these cards are usually sealed, which usually means they were a redemption, and this is not, this card was messed with in some sort of fashion. So good card, but I'm actually not going to, I'm going to stay away from it. You can see there's a lot of tripwires in sports cards. But I could go on forever. This is how I find cards on eBay. It's very systematic. It works out very, very well. You're saving a lot of time because you don't have to look at all the overpriced cards. You're using Market Movers and Card Ladder to look at historical data. You're looking at sellers, their other items to see if they actually grade cards. And I usually search on a name basis. So I'll search for guys by name like Jaden Daniels or JJ McCarthy. That's what I usually type into the top of the search bar. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. There's a free PDF down below of exactly what I'm talking about in step-by-step format. It's funny because this stuff I'm talking about right now, it took me years and years to learn. But here it is within 5 to 10 minutes. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you folks in the next one. Cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Let the callers begin. That was a good one. That was actually a ton of like action-packed value in a short period of time. Yeah, the redemption stuff, that'll get you. That will get you. Did you guys like my guarantee that the Broncos would win on Instagram? That was ballsy. But it's better to be lucky than good, right? Red Pandora, Jackson Dart. Yeah, those are good. The Pandora stuff, like the optic preview cards, you have to be careful because they do go down in value as you get closer to the season because they're not like a premium product. So as more cards come out, they actually go down in value a lot of the time. So something to think about. But the queue is open. So feel free to start calling in to 813-618-2075. And we have our first caller. I'm calling you back. Don't worry. Let's let the party begin. Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
it's
what's
good
up?
To talk to you again, man.
What's up, dude? Remind me the name. I'm terrible with names.
Adam?
Adam. Yeah. Oh, well, I was about to say that. I was on the tip of my tongue.
Nah, no, you weren't.
I know. I swear, I remembered your voice because you sound like an Adam that I play pickleball with. Actually,
Really?
Yeah. There's a guy who sounds exactly like you. But what's up, man? How can I help?
Hey, so I was kind of wanting to know, like, if I'm buying the right Japanese Pokemon. I was listening to you, and it seems like a really good idea. And I was just wondering if you could look a card up for me that
Sure.
I bought a couple of them. A Psych Duck.
You got to spell that for me.
Yeah, PH.
PH.
2025.
Okay.
Because would you say that like the newer years is more
Yes, they're easier to grade, but what's the card? What's the name of the card again?
It's a PSY and then duck.
PSY?
Yeah, duck. DUCK.
It's 2025?
Yeah.
I do not see this at all. PSY?
Yes, PSY and then duck, but it's no space.
Oh, no space. Okay. Okay, so Sight Duck. Let's see. This card sells for $250 as a 10, it looks like. And then
wait, what?
Am I looking at the right card here?
Is it like kind of like a foil and it says are you looking at the Japanese one?
No, yeah, wait, hold on, let me see. Oh, maybe not. What does it say on the PSA slab?
Says like
Mega Dream number 199 out of 193.
Yes.
Yeah. So this card
rare. Art. It says art rare on the front.
Okay, so I believe I'm looking. What does the card sell for? Roughly?
Raw like 13 to like 10.
Okay, so I should be looking at the right card. So this card, according to this, sells for like 13. Yeah, you're right, like $13. And a PSA 10 sells for like 120 to 130. And let's see how easy or hard it is to grade. So Destined Rivals, Misty Sight Duck, Illustration Rare. So, oh wait, I gotta look at the Japanese one. This should be the Japanese one. Yes. Wow. If this is the right card, 96% of them graded 10.
Isn't that crazy, bro? When you said that, I was like, how? I mean, that was like one of the first cards I looked at because I just looked up Japanese 2025.
Yeah, dude, the Japanese cards are crazy. Like crazy ways to make money. It's like a cheat code to make money.
Yeah, but I'm just hoping like obviously the value doesn't go down by the time.
It might, maybe a little bit, because more 10s will enter into the market because they are so easy to grade a 10. But even so, it's not the end of the world. You'll still make your money.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And then I got a question. Oh, so like when you send cards in, because I've never sent like PG, can you do like sports, like One Piece and Pokemon in the same one, or do they have to be different submissions?
So the cheapest. Let's look. I believe I know the answer, but let me not talk out of my ass here, and let's look at. So the PSA pricing guide. Hold on, let me just look at the grading. So the first level of service, so they could, I believe, they could be in the same package, but you'll need to like pay for two different levels of service. So the cheapest one, the $18.99, that could only be Pokemon, not sports.
I see.
Yes, but I believe you could put them in the same package. I would probably put them in two different packages to be safe and to make PSA's life easier, because it might take longer to get graded if they have to sort them. I'm sure people do it all the time. So, or I would just use the $22 service for everything if you're including sports, if you plan on using the cheapest one.
Okay. And then, did you say that like One Piece also?
What about it?
What was that?
Wait, what'd you say? One Piece what?
That One Piece also is included with like you can send that with Pokemon.
Yep. That's a trading card. That should be considered a
Okay.
trading card game. Yep.
All right. Sweet.
Cool. Any other questions?
I don't think. Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool, Adam. Well, yeah, dude, call back in next week and let me know how it goes.
All right, Eric. Thank you very much.
All right, later. See ya.
Later.
Yeah, I always feel like a shithead when I don't remember people's names, but it happens like at parties. Like I'll meet someone and 5 minutes later I'll be like, what was your name again?
Hello.
Hey, you have Eric. You're live.
What's going on, Eric? That Broncos was a hit.
Yeah, not really. It was pretty lucky.
it was crazy lucky, man.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky. But I'll take you'll take it how you can get it. I had a lot of balls going out there on Instagram and saying that.
Everyone's sympathy for Josh Allen, man. That's all it was just sympathy for him. And I'm just a Broncos fan, so it was a nice side.
Okay. Yeah, I think, dude, I think they could beat the Patriots this week too. I think Jarrett Stidham will be fine. Patriots.
I think Drake May's a little. Man, I don't know if he's overrated. I'm looking at the past 3 games, and
yeah,
he's kept it safe, but he hasn't done anything that's like.
I don't think he's over. I think he is good. I mean, the Texans have an elite defense in a pretty terrible weather. I think he's good, and I think the Broncos defense might be a little overrated too. They got slaughtered. Honestly, there were guys wide open. That was my theory. Like, who's gonna get open? Like, the Bills receiving core is terrible, and there were just guys running wide open. It was crazy. But I think, but the Patriots, the key is the Broncos have a good offensive line, and the Patriots do not have a good pass rush. So Jarrett Stidham, if anything, should have time to throw. And Sean Payton's going to make his life easy. They have good weapons. Dude, I think the spread's like +6 or something. I think that's insane. Like, I think that's crazy. But yeah, that's my thought process. But I think it'll be a close game.
I think so too, man. So I think once I saw that Raiders game, I was like, all right, something's iffy about these Broncos. If you got the Raiders, almost whooping that.
Yeah, NFL is weird like that. But what's up, dude? How may I be at your service?
Oh yeah, so just want to see how you I know like pain retains. So has there been a time when you kind of got married to either a card or a season of a sport, and that kind of burned you later on? So I don't know if you, that's why now you're able to separate the two and keep it strictly business and just not, you know what I mean? Because passionate about all of this and buying the cars and selling them and just trying to just keep that fine line. It's almost like not banging your secretary and making sure you don't stay attached to one sport or one card and just make sure, hey, this is for the card, make the money, then sell it and get rid of it.
Yeah, that's a good question. The time I kind of so the time I got burned. So I got into sports cards honestly when I first got in. Like I like it obviously, but it was to make money. That's how I was introduced to it.
Right.
So it was to make money to pay for college, right? So like if my ability to pay for college is relying on me flipping sports cards, I'm not going to be emotional about it. It's a dollars and cents thing. Um, and then the time I got burned, I don't know if this was me being emotional or just stupid, but I was over leveraged in Zion Williamson in the off season of like 21, maybe.
Oh man.
And I was planning on selling it before the season, just like my usual strategy. But he got a knee injury in the offseason. His value went down a lot. So I got into him. His value went up. And then he got this knee injury and was out for months. And then it just went all the way down. So I was still following my strategy. I just got too aggressive and was buying too much of one player. And then I lost a bunch of money. But to me, man, I'm a very like analytical, statistical person. Like, there's a reason I hate playing table. Like, I love the gamble, but there's a reason I hate playing table games at the casino because when I know if I go and play roulette, it is statistically impossible for me to win in the long run. Granted, I do it once in a
That's me
while.
and blackjack. Same.
Yeah, unless you're counting cards, right? So as I look at sports cards the same way, right? I'm not going to invest in some young kid long term. He could be the next Mahomes, who knows? But statistically speaking, it's a terrible play over the course of your life. That's the way I look at it. The only thing I'm emotional about is my Babe Ruth collection, but that's Babe Ruth. It's gone up in value.
Okay.
But that's kind of the way I look at it.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I was like, everybody has like, their one card they're going after, and I was always wondering if you ever had a chase card, and that probably would answer my question right there. Like you said, it's one of the greats, right? That you can aim for and not really lose on versus anybody else in our modern time. If you try and hit those chase cards, you kind of get too emotional and
Yeah.
maybe in that hole, I guess.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know if you've ever came into a card yourself and you were like, I finally got it, man. This is a great card. I want to hold on to it. But then, like you said, there's only a time to buy and sell. So, like, if you hang on to it, you might lose out on it. Or I don't know.
No, I just always sell. So like I always sell before the season. It's just what I do. So I might like this offseason, I might be emotional about Jaden Daniels, not because I think he's a great player, but just because I think his value is going to go up. So you're going to hear me talk about him. You're going to hear me say how I think he's a great buy, but I'm still selling right before the season. So like I'll get emotional about like who I'm looking to
like
purchase.
that show hit card you said you got back, and man, like some people would have been like, I got it. I got this auto. It's a 10. I'm hanging on to it, but you had the cojones to just go make your racks off of it.
Yeah, but it's not even that. Like, think about it. Think the game is like everyone likes money, right? We all want to make money. So think about that Shohei Ohtani card, right? If you remember, it was an atomic Bowman Chrome 2018. It was of him pitching. So let's see what this card sells for today. Let's make myself feel bad for a second.
Don't do it. Yeah, I was gonna say, don't do it, Bloodbath. Don't do it.
I'll do it anyways. So this card today is the last sale in October. Did a PSA 10 did 80 or 70,000? That seems a little low though. Then a 9.5 did. So the card's probably like 80 grand if I'm taking a guess, right? I sold that card for 30 grand 3 years ago, or two maybe two years 2.5 years ago, something like that. Think about this. I had 2 years ago I sold it for 30,000. I have taken that 30,000 and through flipping cards and doing what's an actual system instead of just guessing, I have made that 30,000 has turned into much more than the 80,000 that card is worth today. So because I have a system in place, I don't need to guess where my next dollar is coming from, right? So even in that Ohtani example where a card blows up, that money has still worked for me and made me more money than that Ohtani card has. And that is like that Ohtani card is a one-off, probably may never happen again of a player blowing up that much and being that good. So it helps that like I have a system, right?
And it could have went. And it could have went the other way.
Right,
Also, with
and
your
they
freeze
usually
dry,
do.
like
They usually do go the other way. So, there's only and even like Patrick Mahomes, I had so many of his cards before his sophomore year of 2018. I was buying and selling them for 300, getting them graded, selling them for 600. His 2017 contenders PSA 10. Now that card's like, 20 grand. But, there's so many guys. You know how many guys I've made so much money on that are worth so much less now? Like Tyler Hero, right? I made so much money off this guy, Zion Williamson, just all these dudes that are just worth nothing now. Ronald Acuna, oh my God. Mike Trout, I was selling him at this peak. Now he's worth much less. So, and it's endless, the amount of guys.
it's a perfect example.
Yeah, like CJ Stroud, right? His value is worth like 4 times what it is today. All those guys in 2020, that rookie class, like Burrow and Herbert. I sold a Herbert card for $110,000. That's like 20 grand now, maybe something like that. So it has weighed out for me much better as a positive than a negative because most guys just don't go up in value.
I get it, man. That was a perfect example.
Yeah. So
one last thing.
Yeah.
So I was able to get a Lionel Messi card graded, but that's a bad thing. I know it doesn't really matter either. Maybe a little bit, but it's a popped one.
Okay.
It's a 2025 Panini Prism FIFA Club World Cup number 200 Lionel Messi seismic.
Okay. Are you asking me to value it?
Like what do you think it values? Because it's kind of hard because I can't really find a player within his area. The only one who might be is God damn it, what's his name? I can't even think right now.
Wait, give me it again. It's Messi, seismic. What's the card?
2025 Panini Prism FIFA Club World Cup.
Is it autographed?
No, it's just I think I got it for $10, but it graded a 10. It just almost looks like a Ray Wave type of card.
What's it number 2?
It's pop 1, so not numbered.
What color's the card?
It has like he's wearing the pink, of course, for the Miami.
Yeah.
And it kind of has like a Ray Wave type deal to it.
Yeah. It's probably like $100. All
right, cool. I'll see what that's what I can grab for. I appreciate it, man. That was a lot of good info, and that's a lot of good headspace just to keep pushing forward, man. Thank you.
Cool, dude. Thanks. Keep calling back in. Let me know how it all goes.
All right, brother.
All right, later. See you.
Love you. Bye.
All right, we got. Who did I just call? Call you back, Mr. Michigan.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You're live.
Hey, Eric. What's going on, man?
What up?
Hey, not too much, man. Good hit in the Denver game. I placed a little bet there. And
did you bet with because I bet it? Or, is that why? Oh
yes.
God.
You've been talking about it for a week.
Yeah, I gotta be careful. I gotta be careful with what I do because honestly, dude, that was lucky. We got lucky.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good game, though. That was a good game.
Yeah, I think Buffalo was the better team. What are the odds Josh Allen turns the ball over that many times ever again?
Right. Hey, so this Drake May Select PSA 10, I kind of bought in too high.
Okay.
I'm looking to move it. When's a good time to move it? Do I wait?
No,
no. There's a good chance.
Okay. Right now.
Okay.
If it was mine, it would be right now.
Right now? Okay. On Biz or
what's the card again?
It's a Select Silver Prism 2024 rookie PSA 10.
Let's see. What's he doing in the picture of the card?
He's got the ball in his hand like he's gonna throw it.
Does he have 2 hands on the ball?
Let me grab it real quick. It's right here. Let me see. 1 second, Eric.
Let's see.
He's got 2 hands on the ball. Yes.
And
away uniform.
He's wearing a red uniform?
Away white uniform.
Oh, white. Let's see. White uniform. Let's try to find this card. I can't have him throwing in a white uniform.
He's got both hands on the ball. He's looking down Looking for a receiver.
Is it? He's like standing tall.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's number 379 on the top right.
Yep. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. Sweet level silver PSA 10. This card a month ago was 271. The last sale did 337. Yeah, I would. Yeah, honestly, dude, I'd auction that and have it end like Saturday night before the game.
Okay, like 8:30, like you always recommend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Um, One more question, Eric. I appreciate everything
Yeah.
all your free stuff. And the how long is PSA taking the grade now? Because I talked to a guy on Instagram saying that he's got cards over there for 6 months now. Is that
So 6 months sounds awfully long. It depends on the service level you use. So the cheapest service level, $22 door to door. It's fucked up because you'll send in cards for grading and they'll take a few weeks to open up the mail. Then they won't
okay?
they won't count that few weeks as the time. That'll probably take 3 to 4 months total. I like the highest levels, the higher service levels, like the $75.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I could speak for students. So like the $75 level, that says 20 business days. It's
Yep.
like a month ish, door to door, maybe a little bit more.
Okay.
So it just depends on the service level you're using, but like 3 to 4 months. Yes, it is taking a while. It's a pain in the ass, but it's all like um, you want to be playing that game, consistently buy cards for 3 to 4 months. Then eventually you have cards coming back to you every single week, and then you won't even realize. But yeah, it is taking
Okay.
a little bit longer. So the solution is just to buy cards a little bit more expensive, so you could use a higher service level when you send cards in.
Okay. All right, Eric. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Good luck on your journey.
Thank you so much. All
All
right.
right,
Have
bye
a good
bye.
one. Bye bye.
Uh-oh. The next caller would be our favorite, Mr. Safe. I can't say you're our favorite, Safe. That'll make other people feel bad. You're one of our favorites. Second time, man. He didn't answer last time either. This is crazy.
The person you're attempting to
All right.
contact.
Mr. Safe has a personal vendetta against us, so we'll move on. Got a bunch of callers coming in now.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You are live.
Hi, yeah. Actually, first time caller.
Hey, first time caller. What's your name?
Adam, same as the first guy.
Adam. Where are you calling from, Adam?
I'm in Florida.
Oh, nice. We're in Tampa, Florida. That's where our office is.
Okay, opposite coast. Yeah, down Fort Lauderdale area.
Cool. Very good area. How may I be at your service?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of a follow up on that last guy's question. With the turnaround at PSA and stuff, what would be a good strategy? Like bulking stuff out, and then to get it back, do you vault everything? Do you want it coming back to you? Do you want to vault things and pull certain things back to you? And
What? This is so it's not a question of whether to vault cards or not vault cards. It's a question of what's your goals, how much time you have. So if you're looking to take sports cards a little bit more seriously, you have a little bit more time. My suggestion is to get everything to yourself, and go to card shows and social media, in my opinion, are the best places to move cards. But and then there's people, like, I could speak for people inside of my program, right? There's like these white collar guys, lawyers that are super busy and they have like only a few hours a week to do cards. They vault everything and have PSA sell it, so they don't need to touch it. There's more fees involved with that, less margin, but less time involved. It's actually a question of what your goals are and how much time you have.
okay, so ideally everything's coming back to you. You can't vault things and then send back certain things out of the vault.
You could do that.
Just like strategy on the shipping and handling.
Yeah, you could do that. What's your goal with cards?
I don't know. kind of new to it, kind of to fund a personal collection a little bit, and limit fees where you can, and
Yeah, I would get them back, sell them on social media, build connections, get people's phone numbers, because the actual best place to sell cards is the people who you've done previous deals with, because they'll pay you Zelle, Venmo, with no fees. So that
yeah.
I would get them back to shortly answer your question. And to answer your other question as to like what to buy, I would like be doing two things. So this depends on your budget. What's your budget for cards to spend?
Like on the lower end, I'm not trying to spend over, you know, average card costs, 50, and then grading fees, and I don't want to be over 100 on a card really out of
Yes.
pocket, and then hopefully double money. But
Yeah, then your answer is to use the lowest end service level, which is no problem. You just keep it consistent, buy 3 to 5 cards a week, if you could afford that, or maybe 3 to 5 cards every 2 weeks, and then just keep it consistent. So in a few months from now, you have cards coming back to you consistently.
so you don't even think like bulk sending them to PSA. Just do a few,
Nah,
whatever you
because
can, or
then well, if you have cards on you right now, yes, but like if you spend all your money on this week, then you're just going to be sitting on your hands for months without.
sure,
So I like to keep things consistent. So that's the route I'll go. Especially there's a lot of new good products coming out in the next month or two as well.
sure. And then if you vault cards, PSA sells them, or you can sell them through your eBay from the vault, kind of.
If you vault cards, if you have cards in the PSA vault, this is not 100% accurate. I would look this up. You could sell the card yourself and then have PSA ship it to wherever it needs to go, or you could have PSA listed on their eBay and them sell it for you.
Okay. And then like eBay, you're saying start everything at 99 cents. I mean, there's risk. What do you think about like reserves and stuff like that?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of risk. The card's gonna sell for what it's worth. There's only upside to starting at 99 cents because it gets more bids. More bids equals more viewers, and when there's more bids and viewers, people are more inclined to bid on it. Right? If you see a card with 4 bids rather than 40 bids, you're much more inclined to bid on a card that has 40 bids.
Sure. Okay.
Cool. Any other questions?
No, that sounds good. Thanks for your time and answering the questions.
Yeah, dude. Keep me updated on
Yeah.
how it's going. Call back in.
Good luck.
I like it. New caller.
All right.
All right.
Thanks. Take care.
You too. Bye bye. Okay, we have Kentucky. Oh, I hung up. I hung up on you, Kentucky. My fault.
Hello.
Hey, what's up? You have Eric. You are live.
Hey, Eric. How's it going, man?
What's up? First time caller or no?
Yeah, first time caller.
What's up, man? What's your name?
My name's Devin.
Devin. What's up, dude? How can I help?
So I appreciate everything you do, and I
Thank
think
you.
a lot of people say the same thing, but maybe a different way to say it would be the patience that you have and kind of the understanding that you have. The community itself of cards. There's a lot of arrogant or cocky people out there that aren't willing to teach or give knowledge. So
Sure.
obviously, thanks for that.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, well, yeah. I have a few things to say on that, but yeah, no, you're very welcome. Hey, man, I mean, I enjoy doing this. Not like a burden for me. Me sitting here in front of a mic and talking sports is not the worst thing in the world, right?
No, I get it. So the main reason I wanted to kind of reach out and get your opinion on it is it's kind of a question of evaluating a card, but then also kind of your mindset on if you have a card that doesn't have any previous comps. It's to 10. I'll tell you what it is in a second. But if you've got a card that's a PSA 10, it doesn't have any previous sales. There are a couple PSA 9 sales, but you also have that player's market just skyrocketing right now for whatever reason, whether it be playoffs or they're just having a monster season. I was lucky enough to get one of my PC players graded come back. It's a Jackson Smith and Jigba
Nice.
Stellar Rookies from the Rookies and Stars. Stellar Rookies Gold to 10 and a PSA 10. And I think it's a Pop 4, but there hasn't been any sales for it. So trying to evaluate, what are the most important factors when you kind of look at that. I just recently saw, I think it was a day or two ago, there was a PSA 9 sale, and that kind of helps out, obviously, and you can kind of go off of that. But, other than something being like no autograph, no patch, RPA, or anything else, I'd want to stay away from those when comparing it. But when looking at to 10 rookie JSN cards, I mean, there's a huge range, if that makes sense. Like, kind of what's your mindset on what's the most important things to look at when trying to evaluate?
So, bottom line, the question is, what's evaluating a card that has no comps, right?
Yeah.
So, well, if there's no comp, okay, so, well, there's like multiple different things. So, like, let's say the last comp was 5 months ago, right? And a lot could change in 5 months. What you would do is you would find a common card of Jackson Smith-Njigba. Let's say it's a Prism PSA 10. And let's say the card was worth $50 5 months ago. And the sale of your card was $200 5 months ago. And let's say Jackson Smith-Njigba has doubled in value. So its Prism PSA 10 went from 50 to now it sells at $100. Well, that would tell you that your card is most likely doubled in value as well. It's not perfect, but it gets you pretty close. That's number one. If there were like sales months ago. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm following.
Number two, and I guess the harder way to do it, is let's say it's like a newer card or like, and there's no sales of, any other people or any other like similar cards that year. So what you would do is, so Smith-Njigba was a rookie in what, 24, 23?
2023.
Was that Malik Neighbors too?
No, Neighbors was last year.
Was he?
So
Smith-Njigba
was.
Who's the second best receiver in Smith-Njigba's class?
Let me check. I'll look it up real quick. Offhand,
was it? Let's see.
I mean, Quentin Johnson, Jordan Addison.
Let's
Rashid Wright or Puka is probably number one.
Okay, let's take Puka, or you could take Jahmyr Gibbs too, who's a running back. So let's take Puka, right? Mm-hmm. So Puka probably sells for similar as Smith-Njigba, but let's say it's a rainbow Prism card. I just made this up, but let's say it's a rainbow Prism card, and there's a Puka sale of $1,000, but you want to buy this Smith-Njigba that has no sales. What you would do is you would just simply compare lower end similar cards. So let's say that a Puka Prism PSA 10 is $80 and Smith-Njigba is $100. Well, that tells you that Smith-Njigba sells for about 25% more than Puka. So all you'd have to do is add 25% on top of the Puka Rainbow Prism sale to get to about $1,250. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I guess, like, in looking at this particular card, I was trying to go back and see, some comparable cards, at least JSN. And I know kind of an insert to just a rookie card in and of itself, like a Dragon Scale. There was a Dragon Scale to 10 select that went for $781. But then, I'm wondering if that was on January. I think it was like the 5th or the 6th. So is that like at least around there, probably slightly below there, a range of what to kind of expect? Because obviously, as they get deeper into the playoffs, his hype's kind of at the peak right now.
Yeah, his hype and value really isn't much different from then, unless he started going off, which he didn't really do much against the Niners. He didn't have to. So, yeah. I mean, he had the touchdown, but it's probably worth about the same. Like, people think that they could, like, here's a good example. Let's say the Seahawks win the Super Bowl and Sam Darnold does exactly as he did, last game. He throws the ball 20 times, he gets 150 yards. He just makes no mistakes. Sam Darnold's value will not go up much, if any, because he's not like the reason they're winning the Super Bowl. It's already factored into his price how good he is. Just because he wins the Super Bowl, unless he plays exceptionally well throughout the playoffs, his value will blow up. So it's really the individual players' play. Just because the team's winning the Super Bowl, it doesn't mean much. And I know that sounds weird. Maybe it'll go up a little bit in value. Maybe you could find some sucker that gets excited and gives you more money than it's worth. But generally speaking, it doesn't. Like a good comparison, I guess, is like people. This is like the dumbest. This is actually not dumb. I just think like it's dumb because people do it all the time,
You're good. Let's hear it.
and I say not to do it. Let's take Major League Baseball. This was like 2 years ago. I had people like students that were like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy Aaron Judge cards because he's about to win Rookie of the Year, or he's about to win the MVP. I'm gonna sell them when he wins the MVP." Makes logical sense, right? Makes sense.
Yep.
However, the problem is every single person knows he's gonna win MVP, right? It's like saying the sky is blue. Well, yeah, everyone knows the sky is blue, and then his values already went up 3 times during the MLB season, and because of that, it's already factored into his price. And guess what happens when he wins the MVP? Everybody's
going to want to sell.
And what happens when supply is high? Demand goes down and the price goes down. So his value actually went down a little bit when he won MVP. It's the same shit as like people are buying Tom Brady cards, to sell them when he goes into the Hall of Fame. Dude, everyone knows he's going to the Hall of Fame. So like, even if his value goes up a little bit, the supply is going to be so high. So many people are going to try to sell his cards that the demand's going to go down and the price will go down. So it's just, don't do that.
Gotcha.
Similar concept.
So what about like somebody, for anybody that's retiring, like Stafford or anything else? A lot of people think if he goes all the way or if he doesn't go all the way, this could be his last year. Is now the time to kind of not necessarily buy him, but you're not going to get the maximum value if he ends up going to the Hall of Fame. He obviously probably will. When would be the good time for that? Is now a good time, or is now definitely not a good time because his value's up from how he's playing? In
my opinion, and obviously anything could change, but there is no good time to buy Stafford. You can look at Stafford similar to Michael Jordan. I know they're different players, but like buying Michael Jordan, it's a blue chip stock. It'll go up slowly over time, most likely, and that's it. The way you find like you buy players and make a lot of money on them is like when they're playing and like is finding undervalued opportunities. So Stafford is not undervalued, right? Everyone knows how good he is. A good example of this, to not toot my own horn, but if you go back to podcast 6 months ago before the NFL season, I was going crazy saying that buy Sam Darnold. I'm not saying Darnold is the best player in the league, but his contenders PSA 10 is like $150, which is stupid cheap for being a starting quarterback on a potentially 10-win team. I thought they were going to win like 10 games. They obviously did better. So Darnold's not amazing, but he's so undervalued because everybody at the time was buying Drake May and Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams and Bo Nix, that it's crazy that Sam Darnold's cards were worth like 5 to 10% of what like Drake May's cards were. It makes no sense. It's not like Drake May is 10 times the quarterback Darnold is. And like I just sold a few Darnold cards. This was like a few weeks ago, and I doubled my money on all of them. Not because like Darnold's a home run, he's pretty good this year. The Seahawks were loaded, and he was just undervalued. So a good example of this going to the next year, I know I'm going on a rant here, is like think of who is nobody going to be buying going into the next year of 2026 NFL. CJ Stroud. That's a good example. I think he's a good quarterback. Texans will pick up another piece or two. No one's going to be buying him. Everyone thinks he sucks. I personally do not think he sucks, but buying guys like that are undervalued and no one's buying, that are starting quarterbacks on good teams, their stuff goes up. I know that's a rant, but I don't even know if that answered your question.
That makes sense. I think one of the other ones at the beginning of the year you were talking about was kind of like Kyler Murray too, and I wonder if he's even going to be there. That's kind of a discussion that we'll have to see later on down the road. But I got one other quick question for you, just to pick your brain. So I know it's not even a key contributing factor, but in your head, how much would you kind of think if you have a card that is a jersey number match, typically or ideally, how much do you think that would increase the value? Obviously, it still kind of determines on if the card is really desirable or not, but is it 10% more, 15% more?
It depends on the card. 10 to 20% more, generally speaking. But if it's a premier rookie card, so I could give you like the biggest example, like Patrick Mahomes, or like Josh Allen, 2018 National Treasures at a 99, right? That's like his best rookie card. The National Treasures numbered to 99 are considered as true rookie cards. Why? I don't know. It's just what people do, what people like. That card hit, like, let's say it's worth $50,000 as a Beckett 9.5. His 17 out of 99 would do like double, if not more, because it's a premier rookie card. And the same thing goes with like really good Prism colors, like, Prism Orange or Prism Gold, right? Those cards might do double, but usually speaking, 10 to 20%. I personally don't buy them. I don't like to buy them because it's like a shit show of a guessing game. But yeah, so it varies, but just on your regular basic select whatever card, it's probably 10 to 20%.
I've got a whole bunch of them that was going to be kind of my PC thing that I really enjoy, and it's kind of a unique thing that not that many other people have. And for the ones that I want to move on from, or just I'm kind of over, it's just been a hassle trying to figure out, well, this is what everybody else's does, but this one's a little bit more unique. And although it's not miles apart or miles away, like what's that amount? Because a lot of the times doing it on social media or selling cards that way or at card shows, you don't really have the option to just hear offers from a bid like on eBay. So, but no, that makes perfect sense. I understand it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. And I'll definitely be reaching back out soon. Okay.
Sounds good, man. Call back in. Keep me updated on the journey.
Absolutely. Have a good one, man.
All right, you too. Bye-bye. That guy just got a lot of value. I should have charged him. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. Did I call you back? Oh, Chattanooga, Tennessee. This is probably someone who's a freaking caller, and I'm not going to remember their name, unfortunately. Come on, Chattanooga. Roosh.
Your call has been forwarded to voice.
One of our employees just cracked a funny joke. That's why I'm laughing. They cracked it. That's crazy. Where do you find the PDF? The PDF is in the actual listed videos, not on the live videos in the description. You'll see it when this is edited and updated, because we take the first 10 to 15 minutes and then like kind of turn it into like a real YouTube video. Has Patrick Mahomes' market dropped enough to invest in? It really hasn't dropped much. I actually just looked. His Silver Prism PS10 is about the same. Patrick Mahomes is the same thing. If you want to invest in Apple, slow, blue chip, safe, do it. It's kind of the play there. I only recommend doing that if you have boatloads of money, because or else it's not going to mean much to you. But cool. We'll give that a wrap. Like a caller. Oh, actually, we'll take one more caller. Just as I was about to get off. Let's see. What's up, man? You have Eric. You are live.
Hey, what's going on, brother? I check out your show from time to time, and I'm a hobbyist on the card side. So
Cool.
I just have one question
Yeah.
for you. And you got great content,
Thanks, man.
by the way.
Thank you.
A lot of information. My question is, as just a hobbyist of cards, just loving to collect, and my collection is growing and growing and growing. Sometimes I have a hard time differentiating. Should I just keep busting open packs, or should I remember you said something about just focusing on maybe getting cards that are already graded and put your leverage towards that instead of just throwing your money into the wind, hoping you open up a pack and you smack something. What do you think on that as for someone like myself?
I would avoid opening up packs just regardless, unless you're willing to lose money. It's just a bad game. And so it sounds like you're just buying like the players you like for fun type of thing.
Well, what it is sometimes when I'm out and about, I'm in the store, I'll buy a pack, buy a box, $50,
Sure.
$60,
Yeah.
do it like that. But I'm thinking, should I maybe take that money, those 2-3 packs that wind up being $150, $200, and just go ahead and buy something graded, ready to go? Like I was checking out, like the gym was talking about, like even Malik Neighbors card or something like that.
I mean,
but
I would.
I don't know which one to buy. That's the question.
Yeah.
I don't know which way to go about it.
So like Malik Neighbors, his best cards and cheapest ones are like 2024 Prism PSA 10s. That's what I would buy if you're looking to buy Malik Neighbors cards and just hold them. But if you're asking me whether to buy packs, it's like, should you go to the strip club? Well, I don't know. You're gonna lose money if you do.
Right.
This is probably not gonna be an ROI.
Yeah.
But it's fun, I guess. So
It's fun. That's what you do.
yeah.
You
So like
the adrenaline rush.
yeah. So that's why men go to the strip club. You know, it's not a good financial investment, or like
Not at all.
to put it in like PG terms, it's like buying a ticket to a game. Expect to lose money. If you do, make money. Great, fun. But in terms of making money, if that's the goal, I would not. Have fun, I would.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that because it's like I'm looking at it like, yeah, I got a chance to get all of this, and I pulled. I got some pretty good pulls, but they're far and few in between. It's not like you're always going to grab something.
Yeah,
So,
I once spoke to a card shop owner who told me that he used to sit there and see that he saw thousands of people open up all sorts of different packs of cards. He told me about 15% of people would get their money back. So not good.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it does sound about right. So that's the number I go by when people ask me.
Yeah, that's I don't like that that return on that number. So yeah, just as a hobbyist who's looking to probably look into a more of making some finances off of it. Like I was looking into your program. I've been doing my homework. I haven't pulled the trigger, but I've been watching, and you got some good stuff, man. So I'm like, I've never called. So I'm like, let me call and actually talk to the man and get his thought process. So I appreciate you taking the time out to take my call. So I'm definitely going to transition from just buying packs and instead of saving up, I'm saving, but instead of buying 3, 4, 5, 6 packs, save up and get this card that I really want. And so maybe you got to do a little bit more homework.
Sounds good.
Just buying something just to buy it.
Sounds good. Yeah, I would only buy the program. I tell people this just to be straightforward. Like if you have, I would not do it unless your bankroll is at least $2,000 to buy cards, because if you're gonna give us money and spend money, we want to make sure we're able to make you enough money on cards. And like we've seen that $2,000 is like the minimum to be successful in the program. So unless you have $2,000 to spend on cards, I would just use the free content till you get there.
Yeah, and I appreciate that transparency. So now my goal will be to bankroll until I get to about 3,000, and then I think I'll go ahead.
Yeah, sounds good.
What you're doing is pretty awesome.
Sounds good, man. Just to let you know, when you get on that phone with the salesperson, they're gonna push you to buy it if they think it's a good fit. So do it when you're ready.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, I love your transparency. I appreciate you always. Keep up the great work, brother.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
All right, now.
All right, bye-bye. We got a good sales team. If they think you're a good fit, they're gonna go after you because they're trained by me. Just be transparent. Got a few more callers.
Hello.
What's up, man? You got Eric. You're live.
Hi, Eric. So,
all right. He hung up on me. Atlanta. He kind of talked to me like he knew me. He's like, Eric. Hey, what's up? You got Eric? You're live.
Oh, awesome. Hey, Eric, it's Tommy. Yeah, man, love your stuff.
Thank you.
I think I'm hopefully like a lot of collectors where I love it, and actually different from the last caller. I can't stand opening boxes and packs. It's an absolute waste of money.
Yep.
I am a sniper on eBay, so I go after the guys that I feel like are going to grow their careers. I try to get them young and then hold them as they grow. So I think with my mindset, where I still struggle, though, is I feel like I get in on the right guys and I get in on them early. And then potentially I hold guys way too long. I don't know when. I know who to go get and when to get them. I have no idea when to sell.
Well, give me an example of a player you messed up on, and I'll try to fix it for you.
Well, so maybe I haven't like royally messed up yet. But I'll just tell you some of the guys. Like, so I got in on a lot of the Jackson Darts, Drake Mays, Malik Neighbors,
yep.
Cam Ward. Like I got in on a lot of those guys early.
Okay.
Do I just hold them for the next couple years and see what happens, or am I supposed to be looking for a spot in their career or in the season
to sell. Like even JSN, I got a really sweet
Is
Contenders auto of JSN for like like $60.
is the goal to make money? Is that the goal?
No, I mean, honestly, I collect. I've got a decent. I make $30,000 a year. I don't do it to make money. I really do it to collect. But obviously, I'm still a businessman and in sales. So I guess JSN's a good example. JSN potentially is going to the Super Bowl. JSN, led the league in receiving. Potentially, this may be the highest JSN market will ever be. Does it make sense for me to continue to hold him to future seasons, or should I just sell his good cards now?
Well, so I think what you're saying kind of conflicts, or it's kind of contradicting. Is you're talking about selling JSN right now because you think it's the highest it'll ever be, but then you said making money isn't a big deal. So is it if making, and I assume everyone
Well,
likes.
I'm still a businessman though, right? Like I still want to make smart business decisions, even if I don't need the money.
Sure.
I guess
Okay.
Yeah.
So all those guys you just listed, Dart, May, JSN. If I had to bet money, I would bet that all of them, maybe one, but all of them are going to be worth less this time next year. So I would sell all of them right now. If it was me and the goal was to make money, and that's why I do most of this content, to help people make a side income. So my answer to you, if it was my cards, I would sell them all right now.
And what would be the because it's just to play devil's advocate. In my opinion, like a Cam Ward, #1 overall draft pick, Tennessee's team wasn't ready for him this year. They were awful,
Sure.
which in my opinion didn't allow him to really show his skill set. So I think a Cam Ward would be a hold, because hopefully the next couple of years they'll continue to build that team through the draft, and Cam Ward potentially will be the talk of the NFL in 4 years. So if I sell now when his cards really are kind of just someone like that, don't you see the potential of holding that type of player, or no?
No, you could be right. You could be right, but at the end of the day, nobody knows. And statistics, or the math would say, the odds of him being the talk of the NFL are very, very low. How many QBs are the talk of the NFL? I mean, there's Allen, there's Mahomes, Lamar. I know he had an off season. There's Burrow, there's Drake May, who's kind of getting there. So I don't know, maybe there's 5 or 6 out of 32 quarterbacks that are the talk of the NFL. And all these other teams, the other 27 teams that don't have these quarterbacks, are constantly cycling through quarterbacks. So if you do that quick math, there's a 10% chance that could happen. So I would rather put my money in something where I view him as like a Sam Darnold earlier this year before the season started. Not that I'm saying Darnold's a great player, but his value was dirt cheap. Even though Cam Ward didn't have a great year, he's still going to be hyped and excited, because the newest guys are always the most hyped, because people are excited at the prospect of them becoming the next great thing. I know this is going to sound crazy, but if I was buying cards in this offseason and holding them, I would much rather buy CJ Stroud than Cam Ward, because his cards are going to be dirt cheap relative to how good the Texans could be next year. Because if they get another receiver, defense is elite, and his cards are going to be dirt cheap, especially how his year ended. So that'd be my advice. I wouldn't hold any of them. I don't hold any young guys.
Okay. And then as far as vets, I've got, I grew up a New York Knicks fan, so I got some really fun kind of Patrick Ewing, White Sparkles, and King Snake, and some cool cards of him, and kind of similar to some other vets. For guys who aren't playing anymore, what are your thoughts on buying and selling those types of players at any given time? Is there a sweet spot you target for vets that aren't going to be going up and down drastically through a season?
No, those guys, I view them as blue chip stocks and just hold them long term. I have a pretty big collection of guys like that. Maybe more guys that are older. But if you're newer to cards, or if the goal is to make money and turn this into an income, I would not do that. You could, the newer guys you're talking about, like Cam Ward and Jackson Dart. Those guys are way easier to flip and make consistent money every single month. Patrick Ewing, his cards will probably just go up slowly over time, kind of like an Apple stock, right? So if the goal is to make quicker money and turn it to an income stream, I wouldn't. I would just view those guys as long-term retirement investments for the most part.
Okay. Yeah, and that's what I'm kind of doing with them, is just holding them and
Yeah.
seeing what happens. So,
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I've done. I have a massive card collection. A lot of guys in like the 50s and 40s and 30s and Ty Cobbs and Babe Ruths and stuff. But like, yeah, I don't plan on selling them. I view it as my 401k.
Awesome, Eric. Well, I appreciate your advice, man.
Yeah, thanks for calling in.
All right, see ya.
All right, bye-bye. All right, we got to give that a wrap. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I have a long day because I still got to run a business. But thank you for calling in. Monday, Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern, we go live. My picks next week, I'll give them the next podcast. Come to the next podcast, and I'll give you my picks.